Hello, and welcome to another bootleg Lego video. Today, Sheng Yuan Star Wars Micro Fighters. Pretty fast, because these aren't even that old, not even a year old, I think. So you got, this is SY20, no, 205. This is B, the Star Destroyer. D is Millennium Falcon. A is, no, C is X-Wing, and A is the TIE Interceptor. Is it the Interceptor? No. Advanced? No, I can't remember. TIE something. Anyway, so box art's pretty much just like official Star Wars box art from Lego. Of course, the Micro Fighters didn't. Well, they had sort of weirder boxes when they came out. So also, wait, the Micro Fighters, they have a little stage and a little nameplate, don't they? Yeah. No, that's the planet. Sorry. Oops. The planets have a little nameplate and stage. So yeah. On the back is just, hey look, this thing can move a little bit and fire stuff. No cards come with this set. If you want to take a closer look at the box art after this video or photos of the set, please feel free to head to the Flickr link in the description below. There's the between TIE Fighter, so it's on the back, and it's on the back, so pretty much just official clip art and artwork and stuff. Minifigure photo on the side right there. You got the TIE pilot, the Rebel pilot, the Imperial officer, and Han Solo. You get the image of the craft on this side, and on this side another image, and on the bottom just generic warnings and such. Ooh. Here's the Falcon instructions. All of them come in one A4 sheet, well, roughly A4. And the guide, I believe, is slightly compressed compared to the official Star Wars Lego stuff. And these sets do not come with any collectible cards or anything. So let's take a look at the minifigures first, since that's probably everyone's highlight. Let's look at the worst one first, Han Solo, which is unfortunate. He's the worst one because his face is completely wrong, printed far too high, so the hair is sort of covering his eyebrows, and which is annoying because their previous Han Solos didn't look like this. Comes with a little blaster, a standard minifigure stage that you get lots in Deku stuff, and got official minifigure blind bags. Chest printing on both of them is pretty good. Leg printing is slightly off-centered on that one, but you know, the details are very nice on the torso. Here's the back, got the nice details there as well. Here's the thing, you might notice that these aren't Sheng Yuan arms. So you see the molding for these. So here's legs identical to Lego mold, identical to most new Lego molds, and the arms, they use official Lego arm shapes, so they pick in a lot better. The hands are a lot thinner, not like the really thick arms from other Sheng Yuan stuff, and yeah, all of these build quite well. His hand's a bit tight. Actually, quite a few of them have a bit tight hands. All of these come with spare hands. Han Solo actually came with a spare hair, but I think that's just, you know, random spare. Not all Han Solos come with spare hairs, hair pieces. But yeah, on the outer appearance, they use things identical to Lego minifigures, so that would please a lot of people. Like, because you know, it won't look odd and standing right next to another figure. Imperial officer right here. Again, print is very simple, so here it's easily, they get it correct, like really easily. Head print is also really good. Actually, he needs to take the photos, one facing the back, one facing forward, hence all of them have backward heads. But yeah, he's good, and I really like the matte black finish to the figure. Feels really smooth and nice. Here's the Rebel pilot. Again, the printing on this is pretty good, and the head as well. See, the head's so nice on this. I wonder why they got Han Solo messed up so bad. And the helmet's good too. One of the faces is meant to be printed slightly lower. Oh well. It does feel like the torso is lacking some colours, but the pattern's still so sharp and nice. Finally, you got the Thai pilot. Again, details very nice. I really like the matte black, but I do not like this face at all. I've seen them in a lot of the Clone Trooper minifigures. I just don't like them. Looks really terrible. Imperial logo on the helmet's printed very sharp. Torso again very sharp. Leg prints, back prints. And guys, you would have noticed that none of these have back head prints yet, so that's like the overall final thing that Sheng really needs to catch on to. That's the last thing they need to make these sort of identical copies to official LEGO minifigs. And guys, you know, Han Solo needs a bit of a fix. But anyway, here's the X-Wing. And I'm going to zoom in on that droid. See that? The back of the droid. So printing the droid is really nice as well. And the overall feel of this is quite sturdy. Building all 8 of these, I've got 8 sets, my fingers were in pain. Like, that doesn't really happen with official LEGO. So overall feel of these, they're kind of squidgy and kind of tighter places. And the sets themselves aren't as smooth as the minifigures. There's quite a few areas here that feel really sharp. And overall that will scratch on your fingers after all. If you build just one of these at a time, you'll be fine. But because I built 8 of these, even after half of them, like 4 of them, my hands were stretched. If you just buy one set, your hands are going to feel sore afterwards. So I do recommend maybe getting a file or something, just sand down some of the edges, because it does feel kind of rough on these straight corners. And like I said, my hand was hurting at the end. Let's see if this firing gimmick. I was trying to say mechanic and gimmick in one word. Gimmick. If other people say it, you heard it here first. So fire. Oh, that kind of fires. I mean, I always hated these cannons anyway. They suck ass, but hey, they don't really work that well in the official stuff, but they work kind of okay here. And this one has one, according to the instruction manual, this 2x3 plate here, so 6 studs, should be white, but here it's grey on both sets. So either the instructions are wrong, or this is wrong, but I think this color here is wrong because it doesn't carry on the white pattern. So yeah, I mean, the whole thing's still really solid. It just feels a bit squidgy when building it. So, well, TIE Fighter time. So here's TIE Fighter. Again, quite sturdy. Nice way to get a lot of these window pieces. Not really much to say here. So you can sort of look, it's moving and stuff. Now it's the TIE. Actually, this looks like one of the other weird TIEs that don't appear in the movie. I can't remember them. There's quite a few of these. There's TIE tanks, TIE interceptors, the Phantom TIEs, Darth Vader's TIE, TIE Advance. There's Imperial Star Destroyer. Nice Imperial plate right there. Pretty nice blue flames. I didn't notice these flames don't poke, like don't push in nicely. And I think it's starting to damage one of these blue disc pieces because it's far too tight. So they're not going to go all the way in, but once they're in, you know, in enough, they do stay there quite well. It's just you can't push them all the way in, and some of the plastic there starts to turn white because you're stretching it. So that's not good. One of these, this one I think, no, they're not quite tight now. During building, some of these bits feel a bit loose, but they feel tight now. Again, the overall thing is very sturdy, it's just a bit off. I'll put that there, tie go here, tie go here. Star Destroyers goes on the edge. Falcon! Millennium Falcon. So here he is. You get that pieces printed, just like a unique piece in the set. Almost looks like it's a R5 unit, because that's the R5 unit piece. Pretty good. You get a lot of these silver coin bits. Again, very sturdy. This is probably my favorite one of the lot because even though none of these are to scale, this one keeps the Millennium Falcon shape, and second is Star Destroyer, and X-Wing, and then the worst is the TIE Fighter, I think. Just overall design, not because of the bootleg, just the original design. Yeah, solid piece again. Pretty good. So yeah, all these come with spare pieces. So all of them come with at least one spare hand of the color of the figure. One of the Han Solos had two spare hands, one of them had 2 hair pieces, so that's cool. And all the other spare pieces feel similar to what you might get from an official Lego set, because there's always spares in an official Lego, except that one of the Millennium Falcons had an actual, only X-Wings had an actual spare plate. All these studs. Lots of spare studs. One of the studs didn't fit too well, but luckily the spare fit well, so that's cool. All these hands, it's one of those bigger pieces. All of these triangles, 1x1s, and a few silver, two silver coin pieces. White coin, lots of studs of course, there's always lots of studs in spares, but hey. So, I'm not going to keep these because I personally have no interest in things that aren't, visually accurate. Which is why I like the Japanese camera toy a lot, because they're visually accurate. They look like something from the show. If I buy a Batman figure, I want the Batman figure that's appeared in the game or the show, so I'm quite excited for the SH Figuarts Injustice Batman, buying the animated figures, I want the combat belt Batman because that's what he wears in the show. There's no heat suit Batman or orange suit Batman. Those aren't important. And to me, these are the same. These Lego vehicles, A, they're not visually accurate, and B, they're sort of super deformed, cutesy versions that I don't think, I wouldn't never use them in like an animation or something, because if I get the Millennium Falcon, I'll get the Millennium Falcon and not a sort of cute, weird version of it. So I don't like these too much personally. Like I don't see reason for myself to keep them, but I get it. This is a cute version. Someone who can't afford the big Falcon, they want to put just a mini one on their desk and like, hey, look, it's the Millennium Falcon. Oh, I get that, and that's fine. It's like having a plush R2-D2. So, I mean, they're cool in that way. I'm sort of reviewing the official product, not the bootlegs. And these bootlegs do a good job in copying them. These were $110 for all 4, whereas the official ones are £8.99 in UK, and they're like $11 US. So, you get 4 of these for a bit less than the price of 1. Because £8.99 is £9. £9 is about... That's 90. Okay, so about $120 for one of these, and whereas the bootleg you get all 4. There's still a few other like prequel ones, but I wonder if Sheng will do those. If they don't, still this is a good way to get these. They're good enough, except for the Han Solo one, which is unfortunate because that's, in my opinion, the best microfighter, but the minifigure's a bit messed up. But then again, if you collect Lego Star Wars, you probably have a lot of Han Solos lying around anyway, so this one isn't really a big deal. I think it's a pretty good way to pick up some Lego Rebel pilots because there aren't any other bootleg releases of these yet, and also not a bad way to get some Imperial officers or TIE pilots, because again, there aren't any good Lego bootlegs going on. But of course, you can't just buy the whole set and you get all these pieces. What are you going to do? You can sort of make some joys out of this if you have the other pieces for the body. But the rest of the pieces sort of like you're stuck with them. So if you have something to do with these pieces, by all means use this as a way to get the minifigures, because they're still... Buying one pack of these is still cheaper than buying an official Star Wars minifigure. 4 of them at least, because they go anywhere from $40 to $60 each. So if you forget the Han Solo one, 3 of these figures are only $180, so getting these is still cheaper. So you got a lot of spare pieces to do with. But like I said, the minifigures are good, but the pieces to build the sets aren't that good themselves. So before you give these to kids, do consider the sharp edges, because they might hurt themselves. If they do swallow one of those pieces, you're gonna have to bring them to the hospital. I mean, if you swallow a normal Lego piece, you gotta bring them to the hospital, but this you gotta rush them to the hospital because sharp edges. No missing pieces, no bad molding lines anywhere, and the paint details on everything is pretty good. So, not the best set, but not bad either. If you like cutesy versions, by all means go ahead and save yourself some money on these if you really can't afford the official ones. But other than that, They might release a minifigure pack of those with some of these figures anyway at some point, hopefully. We could definitely do with a full-blown Rebel or Imperial officer pack, not just Stormtroopers or clone. Even a full set of just Stormtroopers and Clone Troopers. Just we've been getting quite a lot of those, Clone Trooper figures and Stormtrooper figures, but just a plain old, here's a full pack of a bunch of Stormtroopers, or different Clone Troopers. That would be great. Until then, here's a good way. Subscribe and just comment below, and guys, take care and have a nice day. Bye. Oh yeah, Lily just teased Plants vs Zombies minifigures.